What's going on, Z-Warriors? MrWaffles here with another video, and this video is about players who have stores who might not get the whole idea with the whole Budokai Club thing and probably confused in some way of how to go about it and what to do next and everything like that, and how to apply for like the tournament kits and all this other stuff. So this video is just to help those who have stores or know store owners who are having trouble trying to maybe join that club, the Budokai Club, sign up and everything, and get their store registered and everything with the Bandai site. I would admit it, at the beginning it was very confusing at first as well, just because like this is something that's totally new, and I wasn't really used to the whole idea of like registering your store and all this and that, because like for me, I don't own a store. I go to my local store that I support, Brothers Grimm Games, and I don't really do anything else in terms of like any of the back end store stuff. So for me, it was something for me to get used to. So I could imagine for other people, it was a different kind of feel as well. So this video is just for those out there who have stores or know someone who has a store and trying to get them involved with the Budokai Club scene and everything like that. So what you want to do is you want to go to the Dragon Ball Super card game site. As you can see, it's going to be www.dbscardgame.com. Once you are here, it's the first page. Where you want to go is you want to go to Community, and you go to Budokai Card Club. And this is for organized play that's gonna be coming out hopefully soon. So you can read through all this and stuff. I'm gonna go through it nice and slow, just scrolling down, and right here. So for those who don't know, there are two different types of tournaments that you can do. One of them is if you go up here, the shop tournaments. That's where you get the tournament kits and stuff from. That's what you have to buy from the distributor. So you go to like GTS, Alliance, or whatever the case may be, and order it from there. You get it, and everything's taken care of. And then the other one is BCC. That's the Budokai Card Club battles. So that Bandai sends us for free. So one the store has to pay for, which is again the shop tournament one, and the other one is the card battles, which Bandai sends to us for free. So we'll go right down here, and it'll bring you to this page. So if you don't have an account, you just go to create account, put your store email in there, confirm it, and go into the next thing, and then it will send a confirmation email. From there, you would just follow the prompts. They would ask you a couple of things. They'll actually take a picture of like the outside of your store. They would also ask you to take a picture of your store certificate. So for those who own a store, they're gonna ask you for those things and a couple of other things. Like the name of the store, the address, zip code, phone numbers, all that stuff. So once that's all set in there, and everything is registered, that's probably like the more trickier part, actually, just kind of getting it started up. But once you guys have that section pretty much worked off of, then you're able to kind of log in from there. So what you want to do now is you want to go to tournament application, and as you can see, the two different types of tournaments that you can apply for, and they tell you the order in which they kind of flow. So the shop tournament, again, that's where the store would buy from the distributor, whether it be GTS or Alliance, and what they would do is they would purchase a tournament kit from the distributor first, and then to hold a shop tournament, they must buy the tournament kit from distributors. Please do not request in surplus. So here you purchase it from like GTS or Alliance, and then register to have the tournament posted, and you kind of follow through here. For the battles, these are sent by Bandai themselves. Tournament registration, get the tournament kits, and everything like that. So this you have to register for the tournament first. So I'll show you guys how to do that. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to register tournament list. So if you see the thing right here with the plus. So here it tells you for the month that each month you have like a different tournament kind of thing going on. So let's say we go all the way back to August. So you can see in August they have nothing. There's nothing here. So I go to next month, and as you can see, so for the month of September, we have the participation prize, which is the BCC card battles that starts September 22nd through the 30th. And then it tells you the registration deadline, which is August 10th to the 31st. But now going forward, what you want to do is, as you can see right here, it says cannot submit tournament registration outside the registration period. This is because I already registered for the month of September. And then this is what's also going on, which we have the card shop tournament Galactic battle event, which is from September 1st through the 30th. And then here's the registration deadline. So I already registered these two, hence why you don't see anything down here. So now we're going to go into the month. So September is all filled up with, events for September. We have the BCC card battles as well as the shop tournament Galactic battle. Now we're going to go into the next month. So we just click here and just waiting. Okay, so for the month of October, we still have the Bardock promos that will be given out, and that would start October 1st through the 31st. And here's the registration deadline. And then we still have tournament promos that are here. So as you can see over here, there's no yellow button at the bottom, but over here it does, because I didn't register the tournament promos for the shop tournament for October 1st to the 31st. And the registration deadline is September 1st to the 15th. So I'm going to do that right now. So as you can see, this one has registered down here, but this one doesn't, because I already registered this event. For this one, I think you can only register up to 4, hence why it's kind of out. And then in the month of October, we have the Galactic Battle Shop Championship. So this one is from October 21st to the 29th, and then the registration period is from the 6th to the 13th. So if you have a store that hasn't done this yet, please do if you can. Hopefully, I'll try and have the video out by later tonight or tomorrow, so that way the stores can get on it. So that way they know, okay, you only have 2 more days to register the Galactic Battle Shop Championship, and right now it's grayed out, or already reached the limit, because you basically assign this once. So for the Galactic Battle Shop Championship, there's only I guess one event being held on that day, whereas this one, there's 90 times I can register it, and for the BCC Battle Volume 1 I can only do it 4 times in a month. So make sure that your store really gets on that if they haven't already. So let's go to the next month. So we're going to go to the month of November. So for November, I already did the one for the BCC Volume 2. All right, so I already did that. And I can also still do for Volume 1. So if you look here, see down here, it says you can register another 4 tournaments in the same period. All right, so I already have Volume 2 going on that starts November 1st through the 30th, and the registration deadline is September 8th through the 20th, so that's coming up soon. And I have Volume 1 that can be going on in the same month for the same registration deadline. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go down and click register. Now once I do that, I select a day. So let's see what we have here. Let's say, so I usually have my local events at my local store on Tuesdays and Sundays. So what we're going to do is we're going to do right here, Sunday, right, 5th. So once you click on a day, the next thing you do is that you got to choose the event time. The event time is when the event starts. So let's see. And the way, sorry, my voice. So the way it works here is it works on a 24-hour clock, not 12 hours that we're used to. So on Sundays, our tournament starts at 3, which would be 15 o'clock. So do that. All right. And this is when it starts. So what this means is not when the event actually starts, but when it kind of starts for like registration. So what I have to do for this, usually what I do is I just choose the day 2 days prior. So And it's kind of confusing to get used to because the year 2017, month 11, day 3. So what I do is I just choose that, choose the same time. It really doesn't matter. Like with the start date, you just want to make sure it's before the event time. So it's basically like when people can start registering, quote unquote. So you don't want people to register the same time as the event that's starting. So if I chose, let's say right here, the 5th, and I say it ends the same day at, let's see what time. See 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's say 9 o'clock, right? It's at the store, and I choose the maximum people, even though we get more. So then I go to next. I'm going to get an error. See, the specified registration end time is after the event has ended. So what I need to do is change the start date to, let's say, 2 days prior. That's what I usually do. So basically, like, this is again when your event time starts, basically when the actual tournament's happening. And this is just, I guess the registration time of like when it starts to when it ends. So now what I'm gonna do is, see, I'll change that to 14. This is basically like when you start registering, and this is when you end registering for the event. Takes some time to get used to, but it's just like how they kind of operate it. So now it's going to work. So it's unfinished. So then I register the authorized event. All right. And continue to request the same tournament. So 3 times within the same period. Yes. So I'm going to go to that. So as you can see now it's yellowed out, right? So you see that right there. So what I try to do is since I can only register them 3 more times, I just kind of alternate. So Sunday, Tuesday, Sunday, Tuesday, since I have my events Sundays and Tuesdays. So I click here, 14. So on Tuesdays, we have our events at 7 o'clock, which will be 19. And then I usually do this. I do 2 days, or I just usually just take it from the Sunday, which is the 5th. So it's good to make sure it's just before this, before the 14th is all. And then change that to 19. And then let's make that 18. And then registered authorized tournament. See, so it worked, and then requested 2 more times. So that's basically the idea. So for those pretty much who missed, let's say the first round of Bardock promos and figure that's the end, that's not the end all be all. You can still register your store for Bardock promos for like a different month. So as you can see, I did it for like the month of September, October, and now I'm doing November. So change this to 15 and change this to 14. $16 people, go to next. Request the same tournament. And then I'll do this one Tuesday again. So 19, do this. So hopefully you guys get the idea. If there's any questions, feel free to leave that in the comments down below. Again, if I'm going too fast, let me know. Just something that you want me to touch upon or anything like that. Again, the more challenging part is really just getting yourself set up, with everything. So then let's say I go to return to main menu. So I did that all. Alright, so then we'll go back here so that way you guys can see it for yourselves. So as you can see, it doesn't say register down here anymore. Reason being is because we fulfilled all the amount of times to register, because there's only 4 times you can do it within the same month. And we did this for the volume 2 as well. Here it is for the Bardock promo again. So you can see the amount of chances players can get the Bardock promo. But if you look here, this is the main important part. It's just the registration date, basically when you guys have time to do it. So make sure that's prompt. And then this one right here is the same, so I can still do the Gohan one again. So that's pretty much it for that. And another thing I want to touch upon is if you go here to register Authorize tournament, what it basically is just a layout and a list of the tournament events that you're having for that month. So see, in September there's nothing. October, as you can see, I have volume 1, which is on Tuesdays. That's with the Bardock promo, as well as the tournament kits, same day. And then, it's just a list of your Sundays. I have the Bardock promos again, the tournament kits, because again, I have my events on Tuesdays and Sundays. And then here's just the Galactic battle, because again, that's, with the BCC card battles, I have it like once a week. So if it's like Sunday of 1 week and then Tuesday of next week, Sunday of 1 week, and so on and so forth. So it's just a layout of what I did before, how I did all that registered stuff. This is basically the layout of it right here, as you can see, right? So then if you go to Authorize Tournament Schedule PDF, you can print it out so that way you can see how the layout is on a PDF file. So wait for this to load up. And it seems like a lot at first, but once you do it once, you pretty much have it done all the time. So again, this is just a layout of what we just had before for all that stuff. And that's pretty much it with that. Let's go to November real quick. So as you can see here, on Sundays we have the Volume 1, which is the Bardock promos. On Tuesdays we have the Gohan, because it's the Volume 2. Then on Sundays, we have the Gohan again, Volume 2. Tuesdays, Volume 1 with the Bardock. And then Bardock, Gohan. So it kind of alternates so that way everyone kind of gets it like that, you see? So go to next month. So I don't think I did December yet. So as you can see, December, there's nothing there. And the reason is because I didn't register the cards for the event for December. So if we go back here, and if we go to the month of December, as you can see, I didn't register them yet. That's why they didn't populate on the other one. All right, so that's pretty much it with all of that. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to just message me. More than happy to help, and hopefully this helps some stores get the idea of kind of like what's kind of going on or how to kind of navigate and everything. So the next step, which I haven't done yet, is to register or submit the survey, not survey, but when you actually like do a tournament, it says like report sent in. So I haven't done that yet, but I'll make sure to do a video on that as well for people who might not know or where to go for it. So I'm just waiting for probably, I guess, next month when October hits. That's when I get all my scheduled tournaments and stuff. So then I just register the tournament for that. And then that's pretty much it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I wish it could have probably been a little bit shorter, but there was a lot to kind of cover with it. But just to make sure it was thorough and you guys got the hang of everything that's going on. So with that being said, MrWaffles out.